So if you do have the space and the capacity to go on the ground, I personally, since I teach Pilates, I really like side leg lifts.
Let's try it.
So go ahead and come onto the ground on your right side. Put my indoor shoe on.
Okay.
And you're going to take, you can use you just make a pillow with your right arm. You kind of right over yourself. Yeah, and feet lined up on your back, so head and shoulders back slightly. And then we're going to take the legs forward.
Like Kate Winslet in Titanic.
And you can even lie down. You don't have to have your head cranked up. You can be, but use your arms right there. You go. And take your legs forward like you're making a check mark shape.
Okay.
Just a little forward. Now, first thing we're going to do is stack left hip on top of right. Lengthen the left leg longer past the right leg. Okay? And then keep that length as you lift the leg just above hip height. So keep reaching it long, 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 long. Just the top leg. Just the top leg.
Just this one?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're going to reach it and lift it up to the ceiling.
Okay.
Little higher, but keep reaching it long. And then hover it down. So I'm going to let go of you, but try not to roll your hip forward. Go ahead and hover it down so it's right over the right leg, and then lift it back up. Lengthen it long, and then lift. As you lift, imagine you're squeezing this area by continuing to lengthen it long.
Okay, I feel it. I feel my knee, yeah.
And as you go down, don't rest it. Hover it down, but don't rest it. And then reach it long again. Shorten, feel it's like imagine you're shortening or tightening this spot, and then lower it down. Let's do 3 more. So if you reach it long first, literally watch it grow, and then see it gives you space here. Keep that space as you lift the leg.
I feel this here right now.
It's already, what do we do, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. So focusing in your exercise is going to give you more, more.
I was saying if I extend like this far, I feel it like crazy.
Yeah. And sometimes you can stay there and do tiny pulses. Tiny up, 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 up. Just like that, with that tempo. You just don't want to hike your hip.
Okay. Yes?
And he's feeling it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's strengthening.
Strengthening glute
This
knee.
guy.
Now let's just stay here, roll onto your back, and now likewise we're going to stretch glute knee on this one and the glute max. So you're going to cross ankle to knee, ankle on top of knee, and then draw this leg into your chest. And hold on with your arms to this leg. And you can thread your arm through the hole here. And just hold in. So you're getting a little bit of a hip stretch on the right side.
I feel this here. Okay. So now I'm stretching the right side.
Stretching the right. We strengthen the left and we're stretching the right.
Good.
Now, in order to keep targeting the lateral side of the right leg, you can step the left foot down.
Can I just keep it?
You would want to stay, right? You would want to stay until you find your release.
It's really good. Okay.
So straighten your left leg up in the air.
Okay.
This one, I meant the right one. So this one could bend.
Okay.
This one up in the air.
Okay.
Now, to get more the lateral part of the leg, we're going to
Again, this is a stretch, yes? Okay.
We're stretching. So we're going to take the leg slightly across the body to get the stretch on the lateral hamstring, the ITB. So you can hold on, since we're stretching, we don't want to stay slightly relaxed. And you want to keep your hip on the ground. So now we're stretching the lateral side of the leg.
Okay, so like this.
Yeah, keeping the hip on the ground. So it's ITB stretch. You can also take a foam roller and roll the lateral leg, the lateral hip. So just like stretching, you would also do the massage and body work on that same side that you want to stretch.
Okay.
Because you want to release tissue, you want to make it longer.
Right.
Now likewise, okay, so now we want to strengthen the right inner thigh.
Yes.
Come back to your sideline position.
Okay. Still on the right side.
And step this left foot down on the ground in front of your knee facing the ceiling.
Okay.
This knee. Yeah. You get long, this can be comfortable. And what we're going to do is work with this leg against gravity the same way we did with the other. So you're going to reach the leg long and lift it up without rolling your hip. And I actually like to post this one, so you feel from your pubic bone.
I'm strengthening that.
Exactly. Now there are lots of things that you can do bilaterally. You can squeeze a ring, you can squeeze a ball, but that's working both legs. So this is just isolating the right leg.
Do you want me to do it like straight there, or you want to do this or this? Or?
I like a flexed foot. You really energize through the
like
heel.
this. Okay.
But you don't want to stress the front of the ankle.
So
what I work a lot with is, I call it point. You're pointing and flexing, so you flex, but then you kind of point through the ball of the foot so you're not stressing the anterior tibialis. So instead of pulling all the toes back, you're pushing through the heel a little bit. So it's something between pointing and flexing. But you're in sneakers, so as long as you energize through the
So what I'm doing is I'm stretching the toes just like you did, but my thing is straight.
Right, and so pulsing up here will engage the right inner thigh.
Yeah, I feel it.
Now,
I feel all this. Yeah.
Now, in order to stretch the left inner thigh, let's come onto hands and knees. Okay, so you're going to stick your left leg out to the side, right to the side of your body. Stay on your knees, stay on both knees, and you're going to straighten the left leg out to the side, put the foot down.
So,
There you go, and then put the sole of the foot down. There we go.
okay.
Try to have a long knee. Okay.
So this.
Okay. And then put your pelvis right over your right knee. There you go. All right, now come down onto your forearms, right where your hands are. Just bring your whole elbow down, your forearm down. So it's like sticking. There you go. Now what you do is you just rock your hips back, and you feel that stretch.
Oh, I do.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would do that standing as well. So standing, I'd be lunging over to the right and getting a little stretch in the adductors. However, I don't personally feel that stretch when I do it standing.
Well, let's try it.
So it's like a straddle in the legs, and then you just bend over to the right.
Oh, wait, this is part of the dynamic warm-up we do. Like this.
Yeah.
But you want to stretch this, right?
Right. So we keep it over to the right. I personally feel more on that hands and knees version. There are a ton of other ones you can do.
Yeah, it's not much. You're right. It's more on the knee.
It's more on the knee. You can also, one more, lie down on your back.
Okay.
And the way we
Which one are we doing?
we're going to keep doing this inner thigh, left inner thigh.
Left inner thigh stretching.
Stretching. So just as a review, bend your knee. We had the right leg in the air because we were stretching right outer thigh. Now we're going to stretch left inner thigh. So left inner thigh, instead of taking the leg across, we're taking it out.
Okay.
So you're going to grab your leg somewhere, and to deepen it, you're going to pull it towards your shoulder. And then try to reach the leg and lengthen through the knee the best that you can. So that's a different way to stretch some of the medial hamstrings and the adductors as well.
But I'm feeling it here. Is that normal?
Ideally, we want a strap, so we can grab that. You want to keep your right hip grounded. Hold on with both hands.
Okay.
Actually, hold on with your left hand only, and take it out to the side. A little bit towards your shoulder.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. One thing I did at Iron Addicts in Miami, I would have a strap tied to something. It would come straight. It would be on my leg, and I would just go to the left like that.
Yeah.
And just keep going,
Right.
keep going, and that would stretch this way.
Yes,
So that's
exactly.
really
Exactly.
Now, what I want to know is, so we talked about this yesterday, the exercise where you hold a pole and you do this thing, right? Remember we did this? So when I'm doing this with the pole, I'm actually strengthening this side, but am I stretching this side or am I also strengthening this side? What am I doing actually?
You're isometrically strengthening this side, and you're
Which is good.
concentrically strengthening this side.
What's the difference?
So isometric is there's no change in the length of the muscle, it's staying. On this side, you're shortening, relaxing, that's a concentric.
Yes.
So it's a different way of approaching both sides, but you are getting both sides. So it could be good for some people, but if we're targeting the imbalance and targeting the asymmetry with exercise, you probably want to stick with one side at a time.
Now, one thing that I remember I was telling you when Randy did, I wore those shorts and I did the squat, one thing we noticed is that my right side of glutes is weaker than my left side. So, does that make sense with the fact that I have a right short leg? That doesn't really make sense,
Okay,
right?
so this is where it gets complicated because we have 3 planes. We have 3 anatomical planes, we have 3-dimensional planes. So, well, that we know of. So what we just discussed was the coronal plane. So if he's in between 2 planes of glass, we have a hip height that we're looking at only in the frontal plane or coronal plane.
Right.
Now what you're experiencing is sagittal plane imbalance, right? So
Gotcha.
on the right side, you're more flexed or anterior or on the right hip.
Gotcha.
So we're looking at the other plane, and then there's still even another one, that transverse plane,
Yes.
the rotational plane.
Yes.
So that's one thing that neurosomatic therapists do really well is they analyze all 3 planes because it's not cut and dry.
Okay.
You
So
know?
that's why you have to give trust to the expert because we don't know, we're not experts at this.